Welcome back to Listen, I Have an Idea. Today we had the idea to do a tag of our own. So we've seen tons of tags going around about previous memories and sharing them on the internet. So we thought, hey, we're out of high school now. Why don't we do a high school tag? So that's what we're going to be doing today for you.
So we have 16 questions. A few of them are a two-parter. But anyways, let's get started.
All of the questions will be linked down below if you want to do this tag. And we
tag all of you to do it.
Exactly.
We want to know.
And we want to see and hear about your high school experiences, whether you are out of high school or you are currently in high school.
So let's get started. The first question is, are you in high school?
If no, how many years until you start, or how many years has it been since you graduated?
And if yes, what grade are you in?
We have both graduated from high school. I am in my 4th year of university.
And I'm going in my 2nd year of university. Question number 2. What is your favorite and least favorite class?
My favorite class would have to be my grade 12 writer's craft class. And I mean, people took it as a burner class, but I really enjoyed it because I enjoyed writing and the teacher was so quirky and so hilarious. It was a wonderful experience for me.
My favorite class was a graphic design class. So I got to fool around on the computer every single day.
My least favorite class would have to be grade 9, what was it called? Business leadership, something. It was the grade 9 business. Everything that we did, we had learned in grade 4.
If I were to answer this during high school up until grade 12, I would have said English because I hated English class. But my grade 12 teacher made me fall in love with English and I loved it ever since.
Was that the same teacher as my writer's craft class?
It was.
Yeah.
She was amazing. She's retiring soon, so it sucks.
I know.
But yeah. I really did not like English throughout high school until grade 12, and now I love it.
And I loved it all throughout.
Question number 3. Who was your favorite teacher, and what subject did they teach?
I think we both have the same favorite teacher.
Yeah.
Our favorite teacher...
was our drama teacher.
Yes. We're not going to be naming names throughout this video. If you want to, you can. But for personal reasons, we're not going to be naming the teachers. But our favorite teacher was our drama teacher.
And if you check back at the vlog titled We Won, you will see that she was the one who put on the musical and helped us win, and she's in the video as well. Question number 4, best and worst memory. My grade 12 year was definitely my best year, and I just love that I really found my core group of friends in grade 12. So like every lunchtime, every period, like I was always with my friends, and that was really nice because in grade 9 I didn't really have anyone, especially to eat lunch with. Whereas in grade 12, it was like I'd walk into my class and I just know people. And I think that was a really good memory to have.
Yes, and one of my favorite memories isn't one particular one, it's kind of general as well. But at our high school, we had a study hall period, which we had every day for an hour. So instead of 4 classes, we had 5, and they were each an hour long. And so we'd have the study hall randomly throughout the day at a specific time. And it would be an hour where you could do homework, you could go talk to teachers that you needed help with. And so when I was in grade 12, I didn't have a whole lot of homework because I had to spare the hour beforehand, which means I just didn't have a class. So I would spend 2 hours in the library with one of my best friends, and we would go on Tumblr and just chat for 2 whole hours, and it was wonderful.
My least favorite memory was for the first week of high school. When I was in grade 9, I was on crutches and I had a cast on my leg. That was not fun, especially for the first time in high school. Like everyone was in the hallways and I was like a little minor niner trying to find my class. It was not good.
My least favorite memory, and it's not my fault, it's not anybody else in particular's fault, but during the last 2 weeks of my grade 12 year, a student in my grade passed away, but at the same time, it was crunch time and we had a deadline to meet, and I felt that it was kind of delayed and it just kind of skewed everything for the last few weeks of school. So it wasn't a fun time for anybody, and it was probably some of the worst weeks of high school.
Question number 5. Where was or is your lunch spot?
Now, you might be wondering why we put this question in here. It's because not all schools have a huge cafeteria to house all of the students. And I know for one, I did not eat in the cafeteria. I ate there twice in my entire 4-year experience. I ate in the hallway of the second floor, and it's a giant U-shaped second floor, so we kind of just pick spots around that floor.
So, like Heidi, I did not eat in the cafeteria. Well, I did in the beginning of 10th grade, but for the majority of it, I did not eat there. My favorite lunch spot, though, was grade 12, because like I said, I had a great group of friends, and we ate in front of my locker and my friend's locker because she was just across the hall on the first floor in the tech department. Number 6, were you involved in any sports or clubs, so extracurricular activities?
Now for us, we didn't do any sports, as you can probably tell,
No
but we
sports here.
were so involved with extracurricular activities at our school. We were kind
It was
of
crazy. For me, I never went home right after school.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
always stayed late. If I came home right after school, my dad had always said, "What's wrong?" Because, like, this is not normal for you.
Yeah, or
So-
right after one of the seasons would end. So we both did drama.
Yes.
You didn't start until about grade 10, right?
Yeah, I started in grade 10, which is why this is what I'm wearing, because in drama or in theater, you know, you wear stage blacks. This is actually one of our shows, like, costumes. It has a J on the back. Can I show you?
Yep, you got it.
It was for one of our performances, so thought I'd wear that right now.
So we both did drama. When I was in grade 9, I actually acted in 2 different plays. And then in grade 10, I moved on to be the assistant stage manager. But then I kind of worked my way up. And when I was in grade 12, I was the actual stage manager of the musical that we did that year. And I was just so involved. I think in total, I did 11 different plays and musicals, which is kind of insane, but it was so much fun.
And for me, I started drama, like Heidi said, in grade 10. I got roped into it by her and my dad. They made me stay one day, and then I fell in love with it. So in grade 10, I did like costumes and props, and if you were to classify me as someone, I technically would be the assistant stage manager. The next year, Heidi left, and there was no one to stage manage. So I got to take that role on in grade 11 and 12. And I became the stage manager for our performances then, and I really fell in love with it. And then by grade 12, during my study period, I actually joined their senior class. I wasn't even enrolled. I just showed up every day and did the work for nothing. But it was so much fun. I really enjoyed drama. It really like got me out of being a shy person. So.
And you meet tons of people.
Yeah.
And you don't just have to act in order to do it. You can do backstage props, you can be an extra, you can do lighting, costumes,
sound.
makeup. It is so much fun. And I know our school has a separate theater, which is huge. There's so many different cool, unique, little tiny nooks and corners that you can explore. And oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Definitely try it out.
Yeah, you meet great friends. 2 of my best friends right now, still to this day, even though we're not in high school, they were drama kids as well. And it's awesome. So another activity that we both did is yearbook.
You get to kind of control what goes into the yearbook, and it's so much fun.
It's cool. You know what happens like way before. So when people get the yearbook, they're like, I wonder what it's going to be. And you're like, I already know because I designed that.
Yeah.
And fun fact, when I was in grade 12, I practically made the whole yearbook myself.
And it was awesome.
I did it, and I wrote my 2 best friends into doing it, but they had no idea what they were doing. So I basically created a 120-page yearbook that over 300 people got by myself, pretty much.
Also,
which is so cool.
Fun fact is that if you help out with yearbook, you get a whole bunch of your pictures for free.
Well, that's what we got. We
That's
got a
what we
lot of
got.
perks. Like, we got a yearbook for free. You got, like, when you take
Your
like,
school photos.
we got those for free. Grad photos, I got to take mine first, so I looked really good. I didn't have to wait the whole day.
That's right. And she also got them for free. And I mean, so did I, but we also ordered a package. But you get handed the disc with all of the grad photos when your editor.
I was trusted a lot.
Yeah. And you just get to take the photos and...
Not only do you get to have that experience, but being on Yearbook, you get to talk to all of the clubs, all the sports teams. You have to know coaches and teachers, and you kind of get your name out there. So by the end of the year, almost every teacher pretty much knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I was trusted because I knew that I was the editor. I obviously had a leadership role. Question number 7. What was your best accomplishment? Or what is your best accomplishment so far in high school?
So I think for me, it would have to be being the stage manager of the musical and being editor of the yearbook. But there are 2 moments in particular from Yearbook Club that I think have to be my greatest accomplishments. I got to go through all of the yearbook like graduate comments, and there was this one, and I kind of talked to the other editors and like, should I let that slide? And they're like, that's okay, or not. And you know what? I decided, yes, this is hilarious. It is going in there. And somebody actually took a picture of it and sent it or put it online, and it ended up on the BuzzFeed list.
So it got posted online and it got passed around like on BuzzFeed, on Reddit.
Yeah, it got passed around online. This is the yearbook. It's famous, and I'm the one that let it slide. This is what it is right here. Connor Hart said, waking up is the second hardest thing in the morning. And my second greatest accomplishment was also when I was on Yearbook. When it came time to making the rowing page, I was given a flash drive with all the pictures from the giant regatta that had happened the year previously, because by the time the yearbook is due, the rowing team from that season hasn't begun yet, so we get all the pictures from the year previous. So when I was given them, I couldn't really tell what kind of uniform they wore, so I ended up putting 3 different pictures of the boats with all the little rowers in there and the oarsmen from a different school. Like, it wasn't our school. And not only that, but it was the rival school, and I didn't realize that. And now I just look back, I'm like, that is great. That's my legacy.
Question number 8, high school crush.
I actually didn't have a high school crush.
So I didn't really have a lot of crushes on people, but I did have a crush on the sibling set. So one of the boys was in my grade, and then one of them was 3 years older than us.
So you're older than me.
So he went to high school. He was in grade 12. I was in grade 9. I'm not going to say their names just in case, because I know my friends are watching. Hey, y'all. Question number 9. What is your school start and end time and date? Because I know schools start at different times, and also the time of the year is different. So we want to know.
We do. We live in Canada. And
Ontario.
we know it's a lot different up here than it is in the States. So we know, like, we watch the Shaytards, and they got out of school last week.
So
8:10.
right now, our old high school, and what I did most going through high school, it started at 8:10 and ends at 2:10 in the afternoon. And we started right after Labor Day. So like the first or second week of September.
Yeah, and then when we finished school, it was normally like
the 25th of June.
Yeah,
so
like
at the end of
last
June.
week of June.
Question number 10. What is your best tip for newcomers to high school? My best tip would just be get involved. Don't be shy. Everyone is new there, so always have like an open mind towards things. Don't shut things down right away.
My other tip would be learn how to format essays. Now, this is only important if you're going to be doing any post-secondary school education, especially university or in the States college. Sorry, us Canadians, we say university or college. Anyway, learn how to format essays properly. Have your teachers teach you how to write in both MLA and APA style, because as soon as you get to university, all of your papers are graded via the formatting. If you mess up or don't have a citation correctly, they will dock you marks. So learn how to do it early. It's not that hard. It just takes practice to get used to it. So if you have teachers enforcing you, or at least teaching you how to do it properly, then as soon as you get to university or college, it will be a lot easier for you.
Question number 10. What is your best study or exam tip? First of all, don't listen to harsh music. If you're going to listen to music, listen to like piano or classical.
Yeah, don't listen to something that's going to get stuck in your head.
Especially for me. If you have readings to do, make mini goals. So say I want to read 2 paragraphs, and then have a snack break or take a drink of water or listen to music, watch a YouTube video, and then get right back in it. Just same with essays. Write a paragraph, take a break. I find it so much more useful because now I have a goal and I want to write that 1 paragraph, and then I'm just more focused. So definitely take breaks.
Have a routine, study at a specific time. I don't know. You know what? It worked for me. I passed all my exams. I didn't fail a single one, which is great. So good luck. They are difficult and everybody has to do them.
Question number 12. What's your most embarrassing moment?
During high school, I was not that attractive. I know, hard to imagine, right? I look so pretty now. And I had a giant gap in between 2 of my teeth for like 2 years, and it didn't grow in until after graduation, which sucked.
It wasn't as embarrassing, but I definitely denied it at the moment. So I was involved in Yearbook, and normally what always happened was when you order at the beginning of the year, you get your name like embossed in the yearbook. And normally what they did was they did it digitally and then just sent it to the company who made the yearbooks. But senior year, they did it by paper. So I had to type up all the names, and the teacher who was running it decided to give it to me and said, we have to email it to the company in an hour. And I had to type up like 450 names really quickly. And when I had to do it quick, because I also had to drive home, I did a lot of typos. So when we were handing people their yearbooks, their names were spelt wrong on the yearbooks. And everyone was like, my name is so wrong, who did this? And I was like, not me. Was not me, but it totally was.
We're sorry. You're probably not watching.
Yeah, it was totally me. I'm sorry, Brayden. I spelled your name bread. Yeah. Question number 13. What was the most uncommon thing you did at school?
Common.
Like an experience that you did at school that's not like typical. So for us, we stayed at school past midnight.
Yes.
Because we're drama kids, we had rehearsal and we stayed really, really late. And it's so creepy. Number 14. What was your worst fashion choice? Or just, yeah, what was the worst thing you wore or did?
For this video, we're wearing clothing that is very reminiscent of high school. So this is not my worst fashion moment. However, it is part of my worst fashion moment. So my favorite color is purple. And during high school, I owned so many pieces of clothing that were purple that if I wasn't wearing purple on any day of the week, somebody, not just one person, but like multiple people would say, why aren't you wearing purple today? And so this is one of my favorites. It says New York City from the first time that I went to New York City. I got this sweater and it was so nice because it's freezing. The school, you could wear jeans and a sweater all year round because the air conditioning is super cold during the summer and the heater doesn't work during the winter.
My worst thing that I did in grade 9, let me just back a little bit. In grade 7 and 8, I was a tomboy, pretty much. I wore my hair up all the time. When I got to grade 9, everyone had their hair long and it was straight and it was so pretty, and I have naturally curly, frizzy hair. And I straightened the heck out of my hair in grade 9. But the thing was, is it never stayed really straight. Like it always like frizzed out. So I had fried, frizzy, not straight, really short hair. Oh, and I had straight across bangs, which looked awful. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I had the worst hair in grade 9. I finally learned because I started watching YouTube and I got all these tutorials online, like cute girls hairstyles. You saved me. You saved this hair. And yeah, I learned how to braid. I learned how to curl and straighten my hair properly. And man, grade 9 was awful. Like, what was I thinking? So that was all the questions. I hope you enjoyed our answers. We want to hear what you guys have to say about high school. Even if you're still in high school, we want to know your answers and maybe make one after you're done. So
it'll be something fun to look back on in a few years if you do upload it. So
it will. I'm gonna definitely go down memory. It was a trip down memory lane.
It was. I mean, we talk about it all the time still because it's like, oh, we're done high school. I don't know. I think there's so much pressure from media about how high school should be done because it's in all of the teen movies. It's almost overplayed in popular culture.
It is.
However, everybody's experience is different, and to talk about it, it's kind of interesting. So we want to know your stories of how your high school played out for you or how it is playing out for you. So please, if you would like, do this tag video, tag us in it, or I don't know, send it to us on Twitter. We don't tweet.
Exactly. And if you're going to take anything out of this video, get involved and stay out of drama, because drama is the worst. Not drama like theater, but drama as in pettiness.
Yeah.
Because it can totally ruin your high school.
And in a few years, it'll be over.
Yeah. University is so much better.
It is.
College for you Americans.
There you go. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.